Did you know, in Europe, high-rise condominiums are not commonly found? Yet, in Malaysia, condominiums are rapidly mushrooming all over the city, ranging from all variations of sizes.
In Europe, you live in the city, even also in the countryside. It's very expensive. So you have either those pavilions, those bungalows, or D-link in like residence, or you have flat. Condominium concept was something new to me. Basically, in Europe, you don't see these kind of things.
We have shared multiple episodes on tips on designing your property, but today's episode on Design Seeds, we will be sharing not only the story of a client's apartment tour, but stay till the end of the episode and I will be sharing the top 5 rules for minimalist design. My name is Alex Lee and I am from New Infinity. Before we begin, please support us by slamming on that subscribe button and click on that notification buzzer to stay in the loop of more compelling design episodes. Today's episode on Design Seeds, we will be sharing a story of a French client who is currently residing in Malaysia, who we designed for, that renovated his property twice in the past 10 years.
My name is Stéphane, I'm 51 years old, I'm a French national. I settled in Malaysia almost 15 years ago, and this is now my permanent home with my family. We bought actually second-hand, and it was just kosong. There was nothing in it, and it was, I think, 10 years ago already. For us, we wanted to spend another 4 to 5 years minimum in the place. So this is the value that we wanted to put in the place to really give the place like a kind of second life. So we are in the same walls, but still, when we enter again, it's not the same place. So yeah, the main idea was, in French we say beau, which is beauty, beautiful, but also functional.
As you enter the unit, the dining area that is tucked against the wall greets you upon arrival. The idea of customizing the seating area along the dining feature wall was to optimize for wider walkroom throughout the apartment. The outcome doesn't only look stylish, but it's certainly functional and space-saving too. The bench sitting comes with pop-up storage cabinets beneath that gives more efficiency to storage optimization. The steel rod that hangs 3 customized velvet fabric cushions give a vibrant color against the neutral tonality of the dining area. Opposing to the dining area is where the dry kitchen area sits. What was initially feeling more like a boxy bar area was now converted into a sleek minimalist breakfast counter that connects the kitchen to the rest of the property.
I work from home full-time. My office initially was quite functional, but I think we missed some part with the family room. So when we redesigned, I wanted to have this area to be part of the whole unit, and that would fit my study room, and also a place with the family where we can play mainly PlayStations or games together, and also to have a place where I can still be in my space, but somehow being close to my wife if she's watching TV or if she's cooking or things like this. So yeah.
One of the main briefs from the client was to create an extended living area, but due to the limitations of the apartment floor plans, there wasn't much we could do. What we did was to create a secondary family space which is convertible to a private work studio via closing a sliding glass door. The entire general space is choreographed to be correlative to one another. Spending time at the kitchen and dining is clearly visible. When the living hall is being occupied, it could connect to not just the dining area, but now to the work studio as well. To improve acoustic for the study room, we created a thin layer of carpentry that revolves around the room. The carpentry also functions as a light box feature that emits a soft glow of lighting that turns the work studio setting into a mini theatre mode.
We didn't want to have something too much showcasing. We don't like to have so much light, so we like more indirect, a bit more subtle.
Living in a condominium, natural lighting is precious. Instead of using dim-out curtains, we encourage the client to go with a single layer of shears. Shears add a softer touch with a diffuse and comfortable lighting, yet keeping privacy for the unit. In favor to the characteristics of minimalist design, we designed a slim feature wall that creates a slight curved detailing that spans across the entire living and dining hall. Simple with clean lines, monochromatic neutral color palettes used as an accent, paired with a wall light that gives another diffuse and cozy ambient to the living hall. For the daughter's room, we chose the tatami style bed. A tatami bed is typically known as a Japanese platform bed. By implementing a platform bed, it reduces the bulkiness of having a high-tech divan, which makes the bedroom achieve a larger impression of space. The customized headboard detailing that connects to the study saves space and adds more functional room for storage and displays. The bedroom opening was kept open to allow more natural lighting to penetrate into the corridor and study room. We wanted a feature at the end of the corridor, so when the bedroom door is open, the dressing mirror is highlighted as a statement at the end of the corridor. It was initially a window opening which we kept dressed with 2 layers of curtain coverings, and we designed the dressing table over it. Knowing the ergonomics of how the owner does her makeup, the mirror was moved closer to the edge of the tabletop, so the mirror was closer for makeup convenience. Minimalist design is about prioritizing the essentials, stripping away the excess ornamentation to achieve clean lines and simplicity. Speaking of which, let's start with the top 5 rules for minimalist design. So here are the 5 rules of minimalist design. Number 1. Size does matter. Choose furniture that are slimmer and less space consuming. This creates more room and transparency. Number 2. Avoid having too many colors or materials. Stick to an overall neutral tonality. This combines the entire home color palette to have a uniform and larger impression to the overall space. Number 3. Avoid building walls or partitions. We encourage to keep the floor plans open. This would improve correlating spaces, which emphasizes better interaction between the family. Dividing spaces with sliding doors could turn spaces into multifunctional spots. Number 4. Use bright colors. This is to enlarge spatial impression. There's a big difference between sitting in a dark room versus a brighter room. Number 5. Optimize storage spaces. The key to minimalist design is to unclutter. Belongings and necessities can't be avoided, hence being able to store them neatly and keeping them organized would be the key to keeping your home neat and uncluttered.
What I like most about Malaysia is definitely the people will come first. This ability to live together with different culture and tradition, which is something that we are not used in Europe. And so yeah, the people and the food. Like my preferred is the banana leaf, the Indian food. So yeah. What I miss though is the season, the 4 seasons that we have in Europe. In Europe, space is luxury. Yeah, but the problem I see back in Europe is that if you live in the city, it's a place where you stay and where you just, pass some time, but there is not this notion where you're going to transmit this to your children and things like that. So when you live a little bit in the countryside, then you used to have like the family house, which is the home. So you got many different generations. When I arrived in Malaysia, this is something that I could see again. So something that we were losing back in Europe, that you could have under the same roof few generations. Now I see it more and more difficult because we've seen the price rising, and also I believe that it's something that is outdated, this notion. I believe it's more and more difficult. So this is something that sometimes I'm a bit sad about. So the difference between the house and the home, I really wanted for this is to have the home and to pass on the value and the souvenir that we could have.
Design Seed is looking to improve our video contents and bring our videography standards to a higher level. We would appreciate if everyone could assist with contributing a small figure to support us by clicking on the Super Thanks button feature for us to achieve our goals sooner to improve for your viewing pleasure. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe and stay tuned to our next episodes. My name is Alex Lee and I am from New Infinity. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.